What's a mild inconvenience that drives you crazy? When you can't plug something into a power strip because the plugs are too big and the outlets are too close together. When you can't back your furniture against the wall because it will smash the cord that is plugged in. When you have a stuffed nose and trying to sleep and need to consciously breath. OP said mild inconveniences. Not hell on earth. My car has 3 windshield wiper speeds. Super fast. Super duper fast. And turbo. I hate using them when it's a bit more than a sprinkling of rain because then the wipers just wipe at nothing. Dropping your keys trying to open the door. It always happens at the worst possible times. Like when you gotta piss real bad. Or your hands are full with bags. Or when someone's trying to murder you. Clicking on a button. Except that the button jumps just as you're clicking and you get the wrong button. This happens often when an app opens a new window and it takes time to fill up all the contents. Facebook is good at this. I'll see there are 12 more comments so I click to see the comments. Now there are something like 7 more comments so I click again to read comments. Now there's 1 more comment. Really Facebook? Why do you do this? So I click to see that 1 comment. But as I click some other content loads causing the page to lurch up or down causing me to click on the name of one of the people who left a comment so I end up on their Facebook page. Now if I go back to my feed everything is different and I can never ever find the comments that I was trying to read. By that point I've expended more time that I wanted to. Meaning that the comments aren't worth reading now even if I could find them. I was just trying to pass some time. Not turn it into some sort of ordeal. The worst result of this is when you're on some bootleg site dodging banner ads which multiply pop-ups and you accidentally give your computer syphilis. Ads 1 of 7. Ads 2 of 7. I wear nitrile gloves at work and putting them on is a pain when my hands are sweaty or damp at all. I can't get my fingers inside and the nitrile clings and twists and it feels awful. I used to carry a battery powered fan and use it to blow dry my sweaty hands between glove changes. When I grab a hanger in my closet and 46 other hangers come with it no matter how organized it was. When someone opens my door, comes into my room for a few seconds and then leave the damn door open. Sure I could get up and close it. But I did that last time you came in. And the time before. My mum did that all the time. Then she would get angry at me for yelling at her if I asked with a slightly louder voice for her to close it. When the part of the song I want to hear is interrupted with navigation directions. And it's always in 57 kilometers keep going straight. Walking through the city late at night after work. When I'm crossing a side street near the train station. Taxis will inevitably see me coming and pull up right in front of me so I have to walk around the back of them. Every single night. I tried a different route but it's longer. I tried waving them off. But they just come quicker. I tried running so I can get there before they block my path but they just accelerate. I think the only solution is to run up and do a hood slide. Get in one door and out the other. Open the door and just walk away. Leaving it open. My earbuds being caught by their cord behind something and then getting yanked out of my ears. Infuriating. How about when you put your earbuds in your pocket and when you take them out it looks like you spent at least 10 minutes tying them in knots. How in the hell does that happen? Getting all comfortable in bed. Well positioned and everything. Then realizing you forgot something in the living room kitchen and having to get up and get it. Those times where you're just starting to drift off and that slight urge to pee hits. You have 2 options. Wake back up now and go to the bathroom. Or fall asleep and wake up in 2 hours feeling like your bladder is about to explode. I usually take the first option but sometimes you're just so damn tired. The last thing you want to do is get up. Place scanned item in bagging area. Places scanned item in bagging area. Remove unscanned item from bagging area. When 2 people in a shop stop. Trolleys side by side and block the entire aisle just to have a conversation. Excuse me. Death glares from both of them. F-airs. You're the ones blocking the aisle. Go park your carts somewhere else and talk. Or just are just generally unaware. The Aldi I do the majority of my shopping in has narrow aisles. But people just don't give a F about how their cart might be affecting other people. Flies landing and walking on my skin. One of the most annoying things emo. They are just as bad when airborne in my opinion. We've evolved to hate the little bastards. Shoo it away. It makes a little loop around the room. Comes back on the same exact spot on your skin. F yahoo. When my Bluetooth doesn't connect in the car, it makes me want to stab my phone even though it's not a big deal at all and has zero effect on my life. It seems like my car randomly decides if it wants to use Bluetooth correctly or not. There's no rhyme or reason to it at all and it's the worst. Or when the music streaming app of your choice freezes and you just want to throw your phone out of a window. When people stare at you while eating. When someone goes to shower bathroom right as you were about to. Related. My sister would always go for a sit on the toilet just as we were about to walk out the door after visiting relatives. She was never quick. Either. So we would all sit down again. End up staying another hour. Then repeat the whole charade. It was only ever a 15-minute drive home too. You need to announce your intentions some time in advance. Not enough time for them to usurp though. Stoplights feel timed so that if you go in one direction for a few miles and you have to stop at a red light, chances are you will have to stop at all the red lights in that direction. They are timed the opposite in San Francisco. So you can drive down Lombard across half the city with no reds. Problem is, you can only ever do that in the early morning. Because otherwise there's so much traffic it f's it up anyway. I feel like the people who make stoplights are in cahoots with the people who make gasoline. Enter password. Your password is incorrect. Request password reset. Enter what you want it to be. You cannot use your current password as your new password. Try to use that password. Your password is incorrect. Computer flies out window. I tried ordering pizza on the Papa John's app a while back. I enter my info and it says my password is wrong a few times. So I request a new one. With all of my emails it says I don't have an account. Which I thought I did. But whatever. I go to create an account and it says an account already exists under that email address. Oblivious drivers. Not ones texting. They know they're being an A. I'm talking about those people who honestly have no effing clue how to drive properly, yet totally think they're good at it. Leaves me fuming. Especially when they're putting other people's lives in danger. Reminds me of the time I took a Uber. And this dude turns on his signal to get over. And as he is doing so, his blind spot alert system is ringing and chiming alerting him to a car next to him. What does this dude do? Gets over and causes the car, right next to us, to slam on the brakes. We almost got into an accident over this guy. My guess was he was nervous as hell. I wanted to scold him but kept quiet. Breaking a nail. Which is horrible on its own already. And not having a nail file with me to fix the jagged edges so it keeps getting put on things. ATM fees. I will walk to another one. Even if it's ages away just to avoid paying a fee even if I'm wildly inconvenienced in the process. Yes, I know it's petty. Having to untie my shoes to put them on. I always try to just slip my foot in but then I crush that part at the back and F up the shoe. I'm most comfortable in sneakers but the slip-on ones don't look as nice. Get a shoe on. Saves your time. And your shoe. Only bad thing is you'll start judging people who don't have one. Socks that are too loose. Especially at the ankles. Sweating. I hate sweating so much. I just feel incredibly gross. Also, that feeling when you wear ankle socks and the elastic is too loose. And you can feel the sock sliding down your foot. Ugh. Biting my lip then having to avoid the sore for the next week while I eat. Even worse, biting an already bitten lip. Drivers who don't indicate when changing lanes. It doesn't even take a second. Using my indicators is so ingrained in me I often do it in parking lots and in residential roads with no through traffic when turning into a driveway. Oh man, this grinds my effing gears. I go from being in a pretty good mood to effing infuriated lol. Oh. You're turning. That's why you've slowed to almost a complete stop. I wish there was some way that you could have indicated to me and all the other drivers on the road what your intentions were. It's like they think they are too good to use their blinkers. Their self-importance and complete disregard for everyone else on the road is just too much for me. Washing your face in the bathroom sink and the water trickling down your arms towards your elbows. Bonus fury if you're wearing a sweater and get the sleeves wet to remind you of your stupid mistake for hours to come. Those effing mobile game ads on YouTube. They're also insufferable quality. Want to go on an epic MMO adventure? Collect heroes. Slay bosses. Upgrade your team. Downloads game. This is just fancy visualed. At work. The bathroom stalls can be locked, obviously, and you'll have a small red sign to indicate that it's occupied. Nonetheless, there are always people trying to open the door just to make sure that it's really unoccupied. It drives me nuts. Can't you let me in peace? They had this at the doctor's office. There I am. Peeing in a cup when someone yanks the door. It's locked. They proceed to knock. They scared me and I peed on myself. I yell occupied. Have to take longer than planned since I made a mess. When I left the room. Pee cup in hand. They're tapping their foot at me. Thinking to myself, oh, I need to Google that later. But then. Later when I have time to Google. I can't think of that super interesting thing I was going to Google. Intros on YouTube videos. Like, get the point. I don't need you to read the product label or tell me what you were thinking in Target when you purchased it. The act makes me freeze despite it being hot as a devil's nutsack outside. Slow walkers on sidewalks, just move the F out of the way. Amendment. I'm speaking about the PPL that are in the way, not just slow but the ones you can't get past after an attempt or two, or that just flat out make it impossible to go around. For me it's more people who suddenly stop in the middle of a busy thoroughfare. It's like, oh, my phone is ringing. Let me just stop dead in the middle of this train station doorway, get the F out the way. They aren't so bad, but the ones that walk slowly and all over the place suck.